So if you're watching this video, it's probably that you're not where you want to be in trading. You might be unconfident about your strategy, you might not have the funding that you want, or you're simply still debating if you're on the right path. Well, in this video I want to tackle that, and I want to make sure that you get a little bit more confident, and I basically want to show you the red line that you need to follow in order to become a profitable trader that makes a lot of money with trading as well. So, first of all, this is probably you. Okay, don't look at my drawing skills. Normally I can draw quite a bit, but not with a mouse. This is you. So the chances are, like I said, you're unconfident, you're debating what you need to do with your strategy. You might be over trading, so executing a lot of trades and giving everything back to the markets, or you're basically in a boom and bust cycle. All right. If you're any of these four, I would like you to take notes and really pay attention to this video, because what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to solve every single one of them. So first thing that you need to do is keep it simple, stupid. The amount of time that I see people overcomplicate trading, overcomplicate the strategy, that they don't even know what they're doing is insane. So everything that you do, go into it with this mindset. Keep it simple, stupid. All right? Or keep it stupidly simple. And what this means is that when you're just starting out, one strategy, one time window, and one instrument. So for example, only trade an Asian sweep, only trade during London, and only trade Euro USD. Okay, make it stupidly simple. Then, of course, to know that this works, gather data, because this data will give you a positive reassurance that this works. Without the data, let's say we leave the data out of the room, you're just guessing that this works. You have nothing to prove it. Once you bring the data in, you'll become more confident. So this will already fix a big part of the unconfident part that you have right now. Keeping it simple and collecting data. And please don't just listen to this and think, okay, this is indeed stupidly simple. I already know this. Act on it. Do something with it, right? The amount of people that I see come to me and I ask them, okay, what is your data? What is your win rate? What is your average risk to reward? They can't tell me because they are not tracking it, okay? Make sure you're not one of those people and make sure you have this in place and this in place, all right? Now, not knowing what they're doing. Again, keep it simple, stupid. One strategy, one time window, one instrument, gather data. Now, let's say the data, you have gathered this and you're still unconfident, you still don't know what you're doing. Gather more data. It's really as simple as that. Now, what I like to do is I like to use the badge of 20. And what the badge of 20 does is every 20 trades, you go back to the 20 trades that you have taken and you're going to revisit that. You're going to look over those and you're going to think, okay, what could I have improved? What did I do good and what did I do really bad? Once you have those measurements, start improving. Then, bam, the next batch of 20. Okay? Once you have done that, bam, the next batch of 20. And you keep on doing this and doing this and doing this. And what you will see is that each and every batch will have different data, but overall, they should increase, right? The win rate should increase, or the average risk to reward should increase. Something should be improving on here. Let's say, for example, you have a 40% win rate on this one and a 35 on this one. Does it mean you're cooked? Absolutely not. In the end of the day, it is still data and you don't know which of the trades are going to be winners and which of the trades are going to be losers. All right. So you go to the next 20 and see what you can improve again. If this one is 40 again, the next 20 is 40 as well. You know you're on the right path. Okay. Keep on doing this until you have something that is solid, something that you trust, and something that you understand. One strategy, one time, one instrument, gather data. Now, over trading. Again, literally everything that I will be telling you in this video will come back to this. Keep it simple. So instead of taking 5 trades a day, you're gonna take 1 trade a day. A lot of people are gonna ask me already, oh, but I'm okay with taking 1 trade a day. Can I also do 2? Can I also do 3? Sure, go ahead. But in the beginning, please stick to 1 trade a day, because it is not about just 1 execution or 2 executions. No, it is about training your brain, right? To make sure you keep yourself in check so that you're not going overload with these 5 trades. The main issue for these 5 trades is that if you're wrong about an ID, you're not risking 1%, you're probably going to risk 5%. If you keep on entering the same trade over and over and over again, let's say, for example, you trade on Euro USD long, it means that you're shorting dollar. And then if this one is a loss, you're entering a USD CAD short. Again, you're doing the same ID, right? You're going for these dollar shorts. And if your ID is wrong, you're losing a lot of money in one day, while otherwise it would have just been 1%. Okay? Another thing is that taking 5 trades, 10 trades, 15 trades a day It's a pain in the ass to journal that. Taking one trade a day, it's super easy. It's super nice, super fun, and it's done within like 10 minutes, right? So taking one trade a day, it is absolutely the best thing that you can do to improve your discipline and to make sure that you're not over trading again. Now, bonus tip, make it physical. What do I mean with make it physical? Get yourself a poker set. Every time you put in a position, or I have to do it like this, you put in a position, you move to the other side of your screen, right? So on the left of my screen, there's like a big pile of poker chips. Then when I take a position, I move to the right. By making it physical, you're keeping yourself accountable. You're seeing it right in front of you every single time. And there is a bit of a barrier between you and taking that position. So do this, right? 5 positions a day? Nope. 1 trade a day and make it physical. Okay? So that should fix the overtrading. Now, a boom and bust cycle. Boom and bust cycle is going to depend on why are you booming and busting. Is it because you have very big positions? Is it because you risk a lot? Is it because you overtrade? Now, if you're overtrading, this is going to fix it. If you take very large positions, you have to analyze what is happening when I take these large positions. Let's say a large position is 1/8, for example, right? You win that position. You feel the man of the hour. You feel super, super well, and you think you can conquer the world. Now, nice feeling to have, but it is very deadly for your trading. Because you will feel like Superman, right? You feel like Superman, and you're gonna neglect the next trade, or at least the rules for the next trade. Meaning you're gonna lose that. Maybe then this is gonna spiral you into a negative emotional state, and then you're just giving back all of your profits. So if this is you, I would say transition to a 1/3 system. Okay, max 1/3. And yes, whenever you take a 1/3 and you would have targeted 1/6 and then it runs 1/6, that sucks. But you're doing this again to protect yourself and to learn yourself a lesson that you're not Superman, okay? To keep yourself in check. Now, when you're combining all of this, sticking to 1/3, sticking to 1 trade a day, doing the batch of 20 and collecting data, it is as good as impossible to not become profitable. Now, what do you need to do as last? Of course, to make money with it, leverage, right? I suppose you don't have 200K in the bank ready to trade. Some of you might, but as you can understand, is a very small portion of the audience. So what are we going to do? We're going to do prop firms. All right. What are prop firms? Prop firms give you money to trade with. Easy as that. If you're not familiar with this, do your research on it. Again, if you're doing this, the badge of 20, taking 1 trade a day, and you're capping it at 1/3, you will become very, very successful with prop firms. Okay. You're going to make sure that these prop firms, you're not going in all risk, putting this on a pedestal, making your life depending on it. No, take multiple accounts, trade them alternating each other. So first trade on this one, second trade on this one, third trade, fourth trade, fifth trade, etc. Or you can switch after each loss. That's what I like to do. And this way, you'll feel a lot more calm and you will start to pass them. Even if you pass 1 or 2 out of the 5 with a payout, it's fine. You're making money after this. Even after this investment of 5 prop firm accounts, you're still making money. So that's something that you have to understand. First, fix this because this is the base. You want to get rid of all of these problems by doing this, by doing this, and by doing that. Then you want to scale and you want to play the prop firm game. Okay? Find leverage by trading with prop firms. Get it off a pedestal because a lot of people will feel like their life is depending on this subconsciously because this now is a very big leverage, something that you never had in your life, and this can change your life overnight. And everything that can change your life overnight is bad for you, all right? If you don't know how to handle it. So, prop firms, get it off that pedestal by splitting the risk massively, by also delaying how fast you're gonna pass an account, and that is the ultimate way to become filthy, filthy rich with trading. Fix your base first, then just do the prop firm game, and you're there. If you feel like your life is depending on it if you pass it or not, diversify more, go lower risk, aka the account sizes, take lower account sizes on prop firms until you don't feel like that anymore. If you still feel unconfident or uneasy when taking the challenges, go back to these steps, alright? Badge of 20 and gather data. Alright? Don't complicate it, don't overdo it, and don't feel like Superman. Keep it calm, and that's the way you're gonna start passing prop firm challenges. As soon as you get it off the pedestal, as soon as you stop caring about it, the sooner you start passing them. I'll see you in the next one.